Hey, welcome all you beautiful people. This is Super High Priestess, and today we are talking about trad wives. Trad wives! I guess it's a trend or something, even though it's been going on for what, thousands of years? Who knew? Alright, let's get into it.
Kisses in the morning leave me dreaming the whole day through. Searching for my 1950s woman. Searching for my calendar girl that I can come home to. Searching for my 1950s woman. Kisses in the morning.
Every single event has to have a dessert. Hey, what's wrong with that? I love baking. I love baking. What the heck is a trad wife? Oh wait, stays home, doesn't work or make an income, takes care of the kids. You know, this girl here, she's very pretty. Yeah, I will give her that. Her clothes are very 1950 classic. This girl's stuck in the 1950s though. I mean, well, except for this off the shoulder thing. That's cute. I like those shirts. She always has to have her hair just so. She always has to have her nails perfect. She does not have children yet. Obviously, this is going to be quite a high bar for her to keep. I'm wearing makeup right now. I didn't do my hair crazy. I kind of left it like it's naturally straight, so I just left it today. But when I curl my hair, it takes me like at least 30 minutes. It takes a little time. Here's the other thing though. She is making a career out of the niche of trad wife. Everything on the internet is real though. I don't know how she's going to do this with children. Dude, having kids, it is the hardest thing. They need you all the time. I've got my phone right by me just in case my son calls from school because you never know. You just never know when they're going to need you. They might need you in the middle of the night, sick. I don't know how women who work are able to do it because I have never had a full-time job since I've been a mom, and I've been a mom for 18 years now. Nothing wrong with looking cute. Nothing wrong with baking food. It's just not realistic. Like, as soon as I'm done recording this video, I'm going to go wash my face. I'm going to change. I kind of look like a trad wife. Came out of a time machine from the 1950s. Incredible. This is very interesting. This is a very interesting person right here. But I bet that pie is really good.
Dreaming the whole day through.
Only have eyes for your husband. Okay, so if she only has eyes for her husband, does that mean she doesn't look at other people? So I hope that goes in the reverse, that he only has eyes for you too. Because, I mean, I'm not stupid. I know my husband sees other hot women and he goes, nice. Because you're human. How can you not? When you see another person that's attractive, it's hard to be like, I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I'm closing my eyes and not looking at them. I'm not seeing if they're hot. I mean, we're people. Like, if she was like, hey, I'm going to go out and cheat. Oh, no, you probably shouldn't do that. That's not cool. Obviously, cheating on... Don't do that. Don't cheat. Cheating, no. I mean, like, flirting with other people, too, that's like, I wouldn't like that. I don't think my husband would like it if I was flirting with somebody else. Okay, there is something to be said about a home-cooked meal. I love to bake because I have a sweet tooth, and I love baking. I love it. I mean, there's something so great about a fresh-baked pie, and I am the queen of making pies, okay? One summer... it was like 90 degrees and I'm like, this sucks. We don't have air conditioning. I hate this. I'm just going to make summer fun and learn how to master pies. The kids are here. Let's just have fun with it. I can make any pie you recommend. Anything. Put it down in the comments below because I have made almost every pie there is to make. I haven't made a pecan pie, but I have made peach, key lime, apple. Apple is my specialty actually. Pumpkin, butter rum. You can think of it, I've made it. Tell me what your favorite pie is. I would love to know what people's favorite pies are.
Always be women who naturally want a more traditional lifestyle, just like the billions of women who came before us. I think it's been really interesting to see how shocked people are by the term trad wife and how they seem to think it's some new way of living. Like it's some.
Well, that's because it's become more trendy. In the 1960s, 1970s, I believe, around sometime there, women started asserting their feminist movement. This is good. This is good. I learned on Sunday that in South Carolina, this is unbelievable to me. Women couldn't vote until 1969 in South Carolina. All these things. Yes, yes. Women should vote. Women should own property. Women should have a bank account. Yes. We're human beings. I mean, I heard my husband, when he went back to college, he was in a history class. In this college class, they were studying revolutionary history, American history, early American leadership. A lot of the beginning leaders debated whether or not women even had souls. Women... What am I going to sell to Satan if I don't have a soul? Right? Well, how am I going to do this? I have nothing for collateral. Sorry, Satan. I mean, the dynamic has been men have been the hunters, and then women have been the gatherers and the ones that primarily take care of the children. It's biological. But there has been quite a trad wife movement, I think, as a cultural backlash to the feminist movement, because the feminist movement has said some really great things that I totally agree with. Women deserve to have rights. I mean, where are the feminists right now for these women in Afghanistan? They can't even be public. They have to be silent. They have to basically cover themselves in a tent. Inhumane and terrible and disgusting and despicable. We should really be standing up for those women. That is true oppression. I know in the United States we're like, well, we don't get paid as much. We don't get paid as much as men. And we're like so pissed about it. Women can't even be seen in public in Afghanistan. They can't get educated. It is rare that women get educated in Afghanistan now. It's sick. They're lucky that they can get formal midwife training. Well, they have to. They have to get midwifery training. Otherwise, how are these Taliban men going to perpetuate more people? It's sick. But still, I think the feminist movement did a lot of great things, but it did a lot of bad things. I believe that toxic femininity is a thing. I think man-hating because of femininity is a thing. My mother, she's a Mormon. She raised me and my siblings all Mormon. My dad was very Mormon, raised us all Mormon. It is a very patriarchal church where all the leaders basically are men. So you have the top 15 guys, all men. And then you have different quorums, probably somewhere between 50 and 100 men in the top leadership in the Mormon church. Guess how many women there are in that same category of leadership? Well, not even. They're below all of that. There are 9 women in that entire sphere of leadership. Why am I bringing this up? Mormonism is a very patriarchal system. You have many women that do not have what's called the priesthood, so they're not even on the same level. They're second-class citizens. My mother would often complain to us, her children, about our dad. She had this man-hating energy vibe that she exuded to us. And I wonder, even though she accepted this patriarchal system, she subscribed to it, but I wonder if subconsciously she resented it. She does resent it still. And she would make comments like, women are just better than men. And I grew up in this house of thought. I grew up with those themes coming at me. I think my mom resents it. I think she does. Why? What? She accepts it. She endorses it. She subscribes to it, yet she complains about it. And she's not the only Mormon woman that complains about this, about men, man-hating, husband bashing. Like, yeah, I get annoyed at my husband sometimes. I love him. But it's a whole other level entirely what I've seen these women do and say about their husbands. And yet it's just acceptable. It's so strange. If you don't like the system, leave. That is what the feminist movement was for. But the man-hating, I'm not for. I'm not for it. I think we're all people and we need to love each other, regardless of gender, regardless of color of your skin. These things you can't help. No one can help exactly the way they look. Do I wish I was skinnier like this beautiful girl? Yes. But I love pasta.
Unprecedented new trend. Like, have you seen these millennial and Gen Z girls? They just want to be at home with their kids. They want to have husbands and they want to take care of their husbands. They want to cook and they want to clean and they want to wear dresses. It's insane. When in reality, it's literally like the oldest lifestyle in the book.
She's right. It's not a new thing. It's the feminist movement came out and said, get a career, which women should be able to work. But at the same time, there was this kind of looking down on women that choose to be traditional and stay home. I grew up in a very progressive state in Massachusetts. That's where I was raised. That was kind of a vibe. If you were female and you didn't work outside the home, it was kind of like, oh, well, what do? You stay at home? I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to be a trad wife and stay at home. Daycare for children is incredibly expensive. This is why a lot of people are like, I can't afford to have a kid, because nowadays you need a 2-income household. Yeah, they're being traditional wives in the sense of they are staying home, cooking and cleaning, but they are making an income from social media. Why do you think I'm here? Yes, I love to talk. Yes, I love to make commentary, but I do want to make that internet money. I do want to get viral. Click the subscribe button. Give me a like if you want to. It helps me. But no, if not, whatever. I'm not here to freaking, please, please. No, I'm not. Do it if you like it. I believe I'm good enough that I will go viral. And with enough consistency, I will. So I'm not totally worried. Give me a thumbs up. That'd be cool. Give me a sub. That'd be cool. I think it's cruel and unusual and disgusting of American society to force women to go back to work after 6 weeks of having a baby. It's cruel to the mother. It is very cruel to the child. It's sick. It is sick to me. Unless it's something you really want to do and you don't mind doing it, do it. I couldn't do it. I had to have my babies and stay home with them, and I'm so grateful. I am so grateful to my husband and my previous husband, who was actually a really good man, and he made it so that I could be home with our daughter and our son. I'm very grateful to him for that. And I'm very grateful to my current husband, who I had 2 children with as well. I can't even imagine having to go back. Like, there are some women who go back full time. Full time! I was nursing my children, and you nurse them every 2 hours. I can't. It makes me sad. In Europe, you usually have maternity leave for an entire year. An entire year paid. Not in America. You're an American. Get back to work.
Before this, they were just called stay-at-home moms, and before that, they were just called women. But now our society has gone so far in the feminist direction that anybody who wants to live like a little bit old school and a little bit like how women used to live is fringe, right? Like an extremist. And I just think about how so many of us, since we were little, we were raised in this kind of boss babe feminist society that told us, you can be so much more than just a mom. You can be so much more than just a wife. And so many of us listened, and we, tried to climb corporate ladders, and we boss babed so hard. Now, like, we're a little bit boss babed out. And some of us want to go a little bit more back to our roots, to our ancestors, to the women who came before us, and live a little bit more, like they did.
You know what the problem is? Society is becoming so expensive that 2 incomes are a necessity, like I said. And that sucks, dude. I live in a Mormon area where there are a huge number of trad wives. Most of us are trad wives, trad moms. I'm an ex-Mormon, so I did get into doing all that before I knew the church was fake. Well, not fake, but just lies. Filled with magical Book of Mormon lies. Here, I want to show you guys this. So I looked up on Google, because why not, the equivalent of what a woman could make from being a stay-at-home mom, like the work she puts in, the hours that she puts in, is $184,000 a year. I've been getting ripped off.
Call us crazy, but we like babies. We want to have babies. We want to spend the very few years that we have of them being little with them.
Yeah, that's true. Ballerina Farm. I actually really like Ballerina Farm. I think she's amazing. What she's doing on that farm is real freaking hard work. You've got to milk a cow at least once a day, maybe twice a day. I'm not sure. My dad would always talk about it. He's dead now, so I don't know if I can't call him and ask him. But he would talk about how they would have to wake up early in the morning, milk the cow every day. And I don't know what it feels like to be a cow, except I did nurse my kids. And I know that if I had you have to do it every 2 hours. And if my boobs got really, really, really filled with milk and I couldn't nurse them, they hurt. And then once I could, it's kind of like going pee from your boobs. It's so funny. It's kind of like going pee from your boobs. Like when you pee, it's a relief. When you nurse the baby and they start sucking that milk out, it feels really good. It feels amazing. I highly recommend nursing. I think that the Ballerina Farm lady is amazing. Now, are they yeah, we're real farmers. The husband's rich, jet blue, blah, blah, blah. I have a lot of respect for her. She makes cheese. She makes sourdough bread from scratch. She has a starter. I created a starter in April to make bread, and I love it. I love it. My baking game has leveled up because of a starter. And you guys, you can make so many great things with a starter. First of all, bread. You can make soft sandwich bread. You can make cinnamon rolls, crackers. Look it up on YouTube. And everything I've learned from making bread and sourdough starters, YouTube. Ben Starr on YouTube. Amazing. It has changed my life. Almost every single thing I've made from the starter has been absolutely amazing. I highly recommend it. Plus, a lot of the bread from the store you buy is literally made out of crap. So many preservatives, so many chemicals. It is disgusting, the bread at the store. Unless you buy bread from a bakery and they bake it every day. Ugh, like Wonder Bread. Oh my God. It's probably a link to cancer. Who knows? We don't know. A lot of the food in the American food industry is so bad for you. Red 40, which is in a lot of things like Doritos, Skittles, Starburst. That's been linked to cause cancer. Thanks, FDA, for not doing your job.
I'll tell you why that whole trad wife trend is absolute bullcrap. I just got off the phone with a friend of mine who has been married for about 15 years now.
This is sad.
Before she got married, she got a master's degree in education and a law degree. She met her husband in law school. He wanted a traditional wife. She did not take the bar, and instead they got married. He took the bar. He passed the bar. He became a lawyer, and she became a full-time housewife and later a mom. Times 5. They have 5 children. Okay. Fast forward 15 years, where he has been cheating on her for years. Ooh. She finally caught him red-handed. She has enough confidence and determination to say, I want a divorce, I'm done.
Good.
He's walking away with a $300,000+ job that he got, by the way, from one of her mom friends.
This is one of the crappy parts about being a stay-at-home mom, is you put your career on the back burner. I feel like the job market kind of sucks right now. I can't even get a job at Target, and I've applied twice. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? Every time I go to Target now, I look at the employees, I'm like, what do they have that I don't? I can fold clothes. This is why women don't get paid as much, because a lot of them take time off to actually take care of their kids, which is fabulous. I don't know how it can get fixed. The truth is, if you don't have as much experience somewhere, you're not going to get paid as much as someone that does have experience in the field. And that's the part that sucks. That's the part that sucks. The sad thing for this couple that she's talking about is that they're not acting like a team. At least the guy sounds like he's not acting like a team. You don't go out and cheat on your wife, the mother of your children, and then expect to screw her over in a divorce. It's just, you're supposed to be a team for life.
In a mom group, let's just put that aside. She has nothing. She has 2 advanced degrees, 0 experience. So are they even worthwhile? Are they even worth anything? She has nothing to show for it. And in the last 15 years, what has changed in law and in education? Probably quite a bit.
Yeah, it's one of those evolving fields like doctors, even massage therapists have to have continuing education. I think teachers do too. A lot of fields do. Lawyers, I'm sure. I see how the laws change, and that sucks.
So she is stuck at this crossroads of feeling like she has nothing. And before you say alimony, he is trying to screw her out of everything he.
Wait a minute, a lawyer trying to screw someone over? You're kidding me. This is why lawyers have terrible reputations. Are all lawyers evil and have no souls? Well, I mean, I'm sure there are some good. I'm just joking. I'm sure there are some good lawyers out there who are good, have a moral compass, but I mean, it's like kabuki theater. They go in and they're like, I have an argument, I have an agenda. And then they argue and manipulate and do all this magic woo-woo stuff. Well, it's not woo-woo, but they're all arguing. It's very contrived.
Possibly can. She cannot keep the house, even though she has primary custody of the children. She can't afford it.
That's
she has
terrible.
no job.
That's
absolutely
terrible.
no job right now. And even if she did, there are 5 children. So between drop-offs and pickups at 4 different schools, she has about 3 hours in the daytime when she is not tending to children. So to any woman who is considering that the trad wife lifestyle might be it for you, I encourage you to think about this story. Remember it. And just remember that you as a woman need to have something for yourself.
That's so sad we live in a society like this now, because divorces are just regular and common, which, you know, it is what it is. It sucks. Nobody goes into getting married. Well, most people, I would say, go into a marriage thinking, this is it. This is for life. They don't think, oh yeah, I'm just going to divorce you in a couple of years. I'd say most people don't. And like, a woman could get screwed over just as much as a man can get screwed over. I actually know someone who got a divorce and the woman took so much money away and kind of became a crackhead. It was meth. But still, I mean, same idea, right? And she lost a lot of money and she still tries to milk her ex-husband for money. Even though she got custody of the kids and got child support, thousands and thousands of dollars for those children for child support, she is still asking for money, and she didn't have the kids. The kids were with the ex-husband a lot of the time. In fact, they preferred him a lot of the time. So just as much as women can get screwed over for like I'm 40 and my husband is cheating on me with a 19-year-old. Oh my gosh. Talk about a punch to the ego. That'd be horrible and heartbreaking. And this is not unusual. These are not unusual stories.
If anything, just for yourself, because you absolutely never know what can happen in life, whether it be divorce, whether it be cheating, whether it be the passing away of your spouse. You have to take care of yourself and put yourself first. You can still love and support your husband and be an incredible wife who takes care of your man, but take care of yourself first.
This morning, my toddlers complained that they were starving,
This
so I
is
knew
funny.
it was the perfect time to make my 5-hour sweet rolls. Quit your batching and roll with it, kids. Patience is a virtue. Unfortunately, my pH was healthy today, so we're just using store-bought yeast.
Ew! She's making a joke that because she doesn't have a yeast infection, she can't use the yeast from her vagina. Oh my gosh. I actually heard of a woman who did that, who had a yeast infection and took the actual yeast out of her vagina and used it to make bread. Why are people so weird?
But if you can hack it, I highly recommend brewing your own. You guys know how vanilla my husband is, so we're adding extra to this recipe, and no, I'm not happy about it. Anyway, who needs a diploma when you can have canola?
You know how I know she's not a real trad wife? She's first of all using a packet of yeast. If she had a starter, she'd be a real trad wife. I'm just kidding. And she's using the Pam spray and not like a real rolling pin.
Ever since my lobotomy, it's been hard to remember my frosting recipe, so I went to the recipe drawer and what a
You
mess.
can organize these. Try the Ice Scanner app. Who are you? I'm you. Pre-lobotomy. Good luck.
So I took the evidence and
Lobotomy.
organized the documents into iScanner. What a breeze. Now I have my frosting recipe handy at a moment's notice. Oh wow, this frosting recipe is so creamy, rich, and glassy. Thanks, iScanner. Finally, my children were able to indulge in their 7 p.m. breakfast.
7 p.m. breakfast. Well, but if she was a good trad wife, she would have organized better. I think she's poking at Nara Smith because she's like, my sister wanted bubble gum, and I happened to have everything on hand to make it. Girl, no, you didn't. No, you did not. You can't just take, hey, I got a little sugar and a little flour and a little boop. No, that takes like really special specified ingredients. But if she had been a bit more organized, you have to start sweet rolls like the day before. I'm not even kidding, you guys. I've made cinnamon buns. I know what I'm talking about, and you don't stop making cinnamon buns. It's not a quick like, all right, I'll make it for you in 20 minutes. No, it can take a whole day, 5 hours. That seems pretty quick too, 5 hours. If you want to be a trad wife, that's cool. But if you're like, I do everything at home and my husband brings home the bacon, I just do social media for fun. No, Nara Smith is making lots of money. Plus, she has a modeling gig on the side. Some of these girls have other gigs on the side. I don't know, man, but I mean, it's not pure trad wife material. It is a performance. A lot of social media is a performance, guys. It just is. That is the truth. But if you want to be a trad wife, I think that's cool. If you want to be a boss babe and go out and work, that's cool too. I think the feminist movement was more about women should be able to have choices. Women should be able to be single if they want. Women should be able to be married if they want. I don't think any side should be shamed. There's a lot of molding of what things are, what they should be in this world. And I think the more authentic you are, the better. Whether that's a trad wife, whether that's a single lady, whether that's a working woman, whatever you are. So anyway, peace out, you guys.